scared everyone. Good evening and welcome to College of Education's 10th annual Celebrating Excellence event. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tabitha Butler and I am the philanthropic advisor for the College of Education and for the Idaho Museum of Natural History on campus. I have hands down the best job on campus. I get to work with who I consider to be the best alumni from Idaho State University, and I get to work with who everyone agrees is the best dean on campus. Which is really saying a lot because we have a fantastic list of deans at Idaho State University. Also, you should know that last year, the first time I emceed this event, without having any authority to do so, I gave away a doctoral degree. So stay on the edge of your seats. Tonight, you may be going home with a PhD. While tonight is really about letting our staff, faculty, alumni, and partners shine, they give me the microphone. So I like to start by talking about how important philanthropy is to the College of Education. As many of you know, it would be hard to forget by the amount of emails that went out, it was Bengal Giving Day this week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And Idaho State University raised over $600,000 for our students here on campus. Last fall, the College of Education gave every student enrolled in the College of Ed a $500 scholarship to thank them for wanting to continue with a career in education. We also gave 12 full tuition scholarships to incoming freshmen who indicated that they wanted to become future teachers. And finally, you all know about our paraprofessional to certified teaching program that we started with School District 25, where we are scholarshiping over 35 paraprofessionals with School District 25 to become certified teachers and get their college degrees. That one does deserve applause. We also have dedicated alumni and partners who have started scholarships with us in the last year or have even added more to their current scholarships, like our Southeast Retired Educators Association, who doubled down on their annual scholarship this year. Or our alumni who think of every possible scenario that our students could be coming from, like our post-traditional student scholarship started by the Gillette family, the Kelly Ray and Pamela Haberman Scholarship started to support students coming from single-parent households, and the Bollinger Scholarship, which is out there to help our honors students and our education students going through educational leadership programs. We also, again, through our best alumni, have people who think out into the future and include us in their estate plans. A retired educator who is leaving enough for us to start a scholarship that will fully fund tuition for a student looking to become a special education teacher. Or an email that I received in December from a gentleman who wanted to start a scholarship in his mother's memory. Neither him or his mom are ISU alumni, but she's taught for over 30 years here at the school district. He grew up in this community, and this is where he wants his mother's memory to live. There are many more scholarships and many of our partners who are in the audience with us tonight. We are so grateful for your support and advocacy. You are truly the foundation that allows for us to celebrate this excellence tonight. So to our generous donors, members of the ISU administration, friends of the College of Education, our esteemed alumni, and incredible students, faculty, and staff of Idaho State, I thank you for your support and for joining us tonight. I am so blessed to be in this role of working directly with alumni and selfless donors in the honorable goal of seeing our students succeed. We appreciate you for joining us for this remarkable event and the accomplishments of those that mean so much at our college. I'd like to welcome the best dean on campus, Dr. Jean McGivney Burrell, to the podium. Dr. McGivney Burrell serves as the Dean of the College of Education.
Thank you, Tabitha. When we were planning this event, Tabitha had originally requested a handheld microphone, and I thought for sure she was going to sashay through the crowd and give her opening remarks in song, so I have to say I'm a little disappointed that that didn't work out tonight. Next year. If you don't know this about Tabitha, beyond being an amazing human being and the best director of development, she has serious singing chops. I discovered this 2 years ago when at the Southeast Idaho Retired Educators Holiday Luncheon, much to my chagrin, we were invited to join a sing-along of Christmas carols. You see, I come from a long line of off-key crooners, so when the first notes to Joy to the World started playing, I instinctively slid down in my seat and began to mouth the words, when from behind me came the most beautiful, really angelic voice, and you guessed it, it was Tabitha Butler. So all of this is to say, Tabitha, even without the handheld mic, should the spirit move you tonight, feel free to try out your best karaoke on us in between giving out awards. On a more serious note, thank you for the kind introduction. I will offer only one editorial comment, and that is, I think you meant to say that I'm the luckiest dean, because that's exactly how I feel. As I often tell people, it is the people who make the place, and it is because of each and every one of you that the College of Education is the special place that it is. And it is all of you who allow me to say with great confidence that, in fact, I, Tabitha, have the best job. So yes, a warm welcome to the 2023 College of Education Celebrating Excellence ceremony. To everyone here in the room or tuning in on YouTube, thank you for being with us to celebrate all of our most deserving faculty, staff, students, alumni, leaders, and partners who are our award winners. Before we begin recognizing our awardees, I'd like to take really just 5 minutes, maybe 7, to thank a few people. First and foremost, Abby, if you could just stand for a second. Please join me in giving a round of applause to Abby, our Director of Marketing and Communications. She has done incredibly hard work to make tonight a reality. You know, when I was raising, my husband and I were raising our children, McKenna and Zach, they were entranced by shape-shifting characters in games and TV shows. And so whether I like it or not, the idea of shape-shifting is deep in my psyche. And so sometimes when I'm looking for a mental diversion, I will imagine the people in my life shifting shapes. So Abby, I imagine you, after you leave my office and go into your own and shut the door, that you shapeshift into a smiling, serene, and seriously productive octopus. With one tentacle posting social media, the other writing stories, a third planning an event, a fourth working on marketing strategy. Well, you get the idea. So to you, thank you, and thanks to each of your tenacious tentacles that went to work to help make today a reality. And Abby would be the first to acknowledge that today took a team effort. Laura McRae, our Dean's Office Management Assistant, who had to step away to take her son Joe to a Boy Scout camping trip, was also integral in planning the event, so thank you to Laura. Sheldon, you're somewhere, I see you. Thank you, Sheldon, our Coordinator of Technology. Yes, we can give you applause. There were a few technology hiccups that he had to work out this afternoon. So thank you, Sheldon, who, when I asked if he could, this is months ago, set up 20 or more TVs for our poster session in a space with not a lot of outlets while ensuring there are no tripping hazards, he didn't tell me what he was probably thinking and instead responded in his typical helpful manner, sure, I can do that. And of course, Tabitha, thank you, who in addition to all the other things she did today, agreed to MC the event in what is arguably the busiest month for development. I should take my glasses off if you're going to take pictures. With the development directors at ISU. So thank you, Abby and Laura, Sheldon, and Tabitha. I would also like to acknowledge the members of Celebrating Excellence Committee who helped do the difficult work of choosing the award winners, and that is, of course, Abby, Professor Ajit Bhattarai, Carolyn Fari, otherwise known as Smitty, Patty Mortensen, and Suzanne Biesterfield. Thank you so much for serving in that way. I want to thank the amazing student presenters who might have left the room, but let's give them a round of applause. Many of them, this was their first time presenting on research, and I thought they did an incredible job. So thank you to the faculty who mentored them through this process. Thanks also to the faculty who took the time to be here tonight to share your research with our friends. I'm almost done with the thank yous, but a few more. I want to thank all of the faculty and staff who took the time to nominate award winners tonight. This, in and of itself, is an act of kindness and an expression of gratitude, which we can always use more of, in my opinion. I want to thank the staff at the Stevens Performing Arts Center, and especially Bill Stanton and George Casper. Now the glasses have to go on because I wrote some notes. Special shout out to Joe and Sam in the back for their tech support and sound support. Of course, Chartwells, thank you for providing us with much needed and appreciated nourishment. Thank you to Travis, our photographer, for capturing the event today. Thanks to Unforgettable Events for making this beautiful space that much more spectacular. And thanks to our two musicians who have left, but Natalie and Lydia, we appreciate you gracing us with your talents this evening. As the event suggests, tonight we gather to celebrate excellence, and I remain grateful that we have so much to celebrate in the College of Education. If you were able to catch the slideshow ahead of time, you got a glimpse into all of the wonderful accomplishments in the college this year. And while I don't have time to share all of them with you, I'm just going to mention a few highlights. I'm going to speak again about the PACT program because it was such an important part of the work that we did this year. Special thanks to Brenda Miner and Doug Howell, superintendent, for partnering with us on that important project. As Tabitha said, we're providing scholarships for 35 paraprofessionals to get their college degree and certification. And these folks, some of them have never been to college, or some haven't been to college in 30 years. That they're coming back and taking that courageous step makes us incredibly proud, and we know that we are going to help them change their lives and the lives of their kids and the kids that they teach. So, something that we're really proud of. I have to acknowledge Emma Wood. Where are you, Emma? And Esther Natuli. Where are you, Esther? Assistant Dean and Associate Dean. You can stand up. We need to acknowledge something. They are in every way my right-hand women. Couldn't do my job without them, but I wanted to especially acknowledge them tonight because of our successful CAPE reaccreditation effort in the fall. They, along with the support of TESS faculty, Patty Mortensen, Jeff Thomas, the whole Kent Center staff, got us through a very difficult process. If you don't know what accreditation is like, let me tell you. It is like having perfect strangers show up at your house who, after inspecting the pristinely prepared environment, start inquiring about what we affectionately call in my home, the junk drawers. As you can imagine, it's super stressful, but Emma and Esther led us through it with grit and with grace, and in fact, they spent so many nights and weekends together leading up to the visit that we dubbed them the singular being, the Emster, which is another shape-shifting example in the college, I guess. So thank you, Emma and Esther, for your leadership and stick-to-itiveness through what was a long and sometimes grueling process. I'm almost done, I promise. And finally, we had an impressive year when it comes to the number of engaged learning opportunities our faculty provided to our students, including applied learning experiences, internships, conference attendance and presentations, leadership experiences, and more. These experiences were made possible by the unparalleled success of our Albion Center for Professional Development, led by Gabe Rodriguez. Yes, we can applaud him. And to the generous donors, many of whom are in this room and who have given to our Dean's Excellence Fund, so thank you. I'm going to just give you a snapshot of what those funds provided. Much credit is due to Smitty. I don't think she's here. She's running the swimming section of the Bengal Triathlon right now, right? She popped in and then she left. You have to be quick with Smitty. She's gone before you know it. But Smitty and Elaine Foster have provided students in our physical ed and sport management programs opportunities to attend and professionally engage in the Big Sky Conference basketball tournament, the National Football Foundation and their Hall of Fame ceremony, the National Girl and Women's in Sports Day, the National Wheelchair Basketball Association Games, the SHAPE Conference, and more. And as I said, Smitty would have loved to have been here to celebrate, but she's kind of distracted at the moment. So thank you, Elaine and Smitty, for doing that work. John Curry and Dave Coughlin, who are in our Instructional Design and Technology program, brought 17 students to AECT this year, and there our students were able to volunteer, present their research, and engage with top thinkers in the field. Howard and Joel, Howard's here, Joel's here, brought a group of school psychology students to ISPA, where they had the chance to interact with and learn from program alumni and about current research and best practices. Amanda Eller and Suzanne Biesterfield have a proposal to launch a rural and cultural school immersion program this summer for our teacher ed students, so they have a better idea of what it's like to teach in rural schools. Corey Bennett and Wendy Ruckty are leading a short-term study abroad program for our students in teacher ed so that they can begin to develop a more global perspective on schools and schooling. One more, Sue Yin is creating a virtual, where are you, Sue Yin? Right here, creating a virtual English as a second language lab so our pre-service teachers have the opportunity to interact with English language learners from different linguistic or cultural backgrounds, English language proficiency levels, and behavioral intensity. So thank you for that. And this, like I said, is just scratching the surface. All of this, and I left things out, but Abby will be sure to post the ones I missed on social media or in our magazine, I'm sure. But all of this happens because our faculty and our staff are tireless in their efforts, because they care deeply about our students, and because they are dedicated to making our students leave ISU well prepared to lead meaningful, productive, and happy lives. And one more thing to be thankful for, certainly last but not least, we have the honor of celebrating the excellence embodied by our award recipients this evening. To each and every one of you, I think I've got to meet all of you by now, maybe one I've missed, but I will get to see you before the night is over. Thank you for all you have done and continue to do to teach, to mentor, to lead, to serve, to inspire your students, your clients, your colleagues, and your community members. Thank you for being role models in your profession, and thank you for being incredible ambassadors of the College of Education and Idaho State University. Tonight is a celebration of you. This is for you. So, Raylene, Patty, Nathan, Cynthia, Cody, Brenda, and Mark, I know you are very busy people, and I know many of you are juggling significant and often stressful professional and personal responsibilities. My hope for you is that you sit back for the next hour or so, and you can put all of that aside, and that you can relax and bask in the admiration, the respect, and the love that your family, your friends, your colleagues, your community members, and all of us in the College of Education have for you, and for the work you have done and continue to do to change people's lives for the better. We see you, and we see the impact you have, and tonight we honor you. With that, I will pass the mic back to our MC and perhaps musical performer, Tabitha Butler.
Thank you, Dean McGivney-Burrell. To begin this evening, I would like to recognize Miss Alicia Hayes, the College of Education's 2023 Professional Achievement Award winner. Alicia was raised here in Pocatello. She graduated from Highland High School, and she's a 1983 graduate from Idaho State University. Alicia started her career with the Pocatello Parks and Recreation before moving to Eugene, Oregon, where she worked for Wilmette Land Parks and Rec, before she became the executive director for University of Oregon's on-campus YWCA. In 1986, she began her work with Lane County government, where she held a variety of positions in her 31-year career, including 9 months as interim county administrator before she retired in 2017. However, in August of 2020, during the COVID pandemic, and because of her outstanding service and leadership, she was asked to return to Lane County Public Health to supervise 80 staff members who were involved in the COVID response for the county. In that same year, Oregon School Board Association named Alicia as Oregon School Board Member of the Year in recognition of her time, energy, and talent that she had invested as a member of the Eugene School Board. In fact, she's the district's longest serving board member, 3 times serving as chair and vice chair. The school district said of her, Mrs. Hayes' dedication to serving her students stems from her personal, professional, and volunteer experiences, through which she has firsthand knowledge of the critical role community plays in the success of children and their schools. She has consistently, passionately, and effectively advocated for equity and access for all. While serving as board, she successfully campaigned to increase school funding with the passage of 3 construction bonds totaling $559 million and 3 local optional levies. Her friend and fellow student said of her in her nomination, "There are several reasons Alicia profoundly inspired me during her 4 years at Idaho State University. Alicia began her studies at ISU 1 month after leaving the hospital with a spinal injury that left her paraplegic. She worked tirelessly to make the campus accessible for disabled students and faculty. I personally witnessed Alicia working with children that were developmentally and physically disabled on the campus of ISU while being confined to a wheelchair herself. She always had a smile on her face during the entire 4 years I attended ISU. I knew she had to struggle, though, getting from upper to lower campus. Her attitude, quick wit, and self-determination was a bright light in my time at ISU. Alicia is one of the many reasons that we have the ADA accessibility that we do on campus now." Alicia is joining us in our YouTube Live broadcast this evening from her home in Eugene, Oregon, where she's hosting a fundraising event this evening. And she will be honored at our Professional Achievement Award breakfast on May 5th and will lead out the College of Education graduates at our 2023 spring commencement. Alicia, thank you for joining us from afar and for being an outstanding alum of the College of Education. Our first award is the College of Education Staff Excellence Award. It is presented to a staff member of the Idaho State University College of Education who has had a significant impact in furthering the college's mission and vision by consistently going above and beyond the scope of their duties. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Ms. Raylene Hauk as the recipient of the Staff Excellence Award. Here to introduce Raylene is Dr. Shu-Yin Lin, Clinical Professor and Instructional Materials Center Coordinator.
Dean and Tabitha, and good evening, everyone. It is my honor to introduce to you the best staff in the College of Education and the recipient of this year's Staff Excellence Award, Ms. Raylene Hauk. Ms. Raylene Hauk is Administrative Assistant for the Kent Center, a Secretary for the Department of Teaching and Educational Studies, and a receptionist for the College of Education. So she wears 3 hats. As assistant, she helps. Her main responsibilities include advising appointments in the practice lab, and for the department, she helps the faculty with travel, course evaluation, what else, you name it. Right, grant book orders. As a receptionist, she answers all phone calls. In addition to all of these, she managed the time to answer all of the phone calls and to return all the phone calls and emails to all those people who called and emailed, and return to all of these people because she did not want anyone to feel left out. She wants everyone to have a stellar experience when they connect with the College of Education. So Raylene also goes above and beyond by providing support to the Instructional Materials Center. I run the center. She helps me, the teachers, students, faculty, local teachers, and the community members when they need access materials in the center. She wants everyone to be supported and to have excellent experience, with the college education. So the following is an example for her support and of the students in the college education. One day, I saw her in the office after 5 p.m. Usually you don't see people, right, after 5 p.m. So I saw her, then she told me she stayed late to ensure all of the letters of Idaho Comprehensive Literacy Assessment were posted to TestStream so that all of the candidates can see all their letters and access their letters at the same time. So because she did not want anyone feeling left out. She wants students to feel they are supported by the College of Education. In sum, rating works effectively, efficiently, and collaboratively with the faculty and the students to achieve the department's mission. She plays a significant role in the College of Education to meet the college's vision and mission to continuously improve the education we offer through excellence in teaching, scholarship, and service. Congratulations, Rating. You deserve this award.
Thank you. I don't know what else to add to that. She sounds great. I hope I get to meet her someday. So I just want to say thank you to Dr. Lin for believing in me, for nominating me, for introducing me with that great speech. Abby, thank you. Or where's Abby? There you are. Thanks for putting this all together. Fun fact, when Abby emailed and said, oh, you've won this award, I thought, oh, great, you've won this award. And she says, no, you have won this award. I thought she was telling me she had won. And I think that's funny because I nominated her. So it'll go around to you, don't worry. So anyway, I truly am honored. I'm humbled. This is an amazing thing, and I'm grateful. This is really a very special gift to me because it's from my peers. It's from people I work with. This is something that really honors us. And it takes a village. I mean, it's nobody doing any one particular thing. It's all of us doing all of it together. So without the support of my team at the Kent Center and all the people in TESS and all of our students that I get to serve, then I wouldn't even be here. So this is really great. Thank you. So thanks to all of you for helping me to look good. So I really appreciate the recognition, and I thank you very much. And I just wanted to say to Dr. Lin, I'm going to mess this up, but I'm going to say it anyway. 谢谢您来笑，人问我很高兴。Thank you.
Raylene was one of my very first favorite people here at ISU. A few months after I started, she had a call to transfer to me. She said, these people would like to make a donation. Can you help with that? I was like, yes, yes, I will happily help with that. The College of Education Faculty Excellence Award is presented to a faculty member of Idaho State University's College of Education who has made a significant impact in furthering the college's mission, vision through service, teaching, and/or research. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Dr. Patty Mortensen as the recipient of the Faculty Excellence Award. Introducing Dr. Mortensen is Dr. Jeff Thomas, Assistant Professor of P-12 Education Administration.
Good evening. It is my privilege to highlight the career and achievements of Dr. Patty Mortensen. Before becoming a professor at Idaho State, Patty served as a K-12 teacher, principal, and superintendent. She is recognized by regional school administrators as a noted authority who excelled while in their ranks. Dr. Patty Mortensen, throughout her 10 years in the College of Education at Idaho State, has demonstrated the highest standards of teaching and professional excellence in every capacity. Her students respect and admire her educational experience and scholarly abilities. Dr. Mortensen is looked up to as an advocate for public education and serves as a professional mentor to many and is a sterling example to aspiring administrators. Patty also capably and diligently served as Spell Department Chair for 5 years. In addition to her numerous faculty duties, Patty also serves on the board of directors for the Idaho State Symphony, and she and her husband Raid are season ticket holders to the women and men's basketball teams. Her love for ISU is evident. On a personal note, I have known Patty for many years, and as we were superintendents together. When I first met Patty, I liked her right away, but more importantly, she earned my respect with her intelligence, hard work, and common sense approach to problem solving. I continue to appreciate these attributes in Patty and am grateful for her friendship, patient mentoring, and being able to draw from her deep well of successful ISU experience. As Dr. Mark Neal often states, quote, "We hire professors in the College of Education not just to instruct classes, but to be true faculty members," close quote. Therefore, I think Patty is the embodiment of ISU faculty excellence. She is an incredible blend of talent, intelligence, professional and personal commitment to the university. Thus, I am pleased to announce that my friend, Dr. Patty Mortensen, is the recipient of the 2023 College of Education Faculty Excellence Award.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jeff, for that introduction. I very much appreciate your support and collegiality and friendship, of course, and working closely with such accomplished colleagues like Jeff and like Mark Neal and so many others in this room is just such a bonus being in this position. I'm so honored tonight to be here to receive this award for faculty excellence. I know that while I've been selected this year, I am representing many exceptional faculty members in the College of Education who I look up to, and they inspire me to give my best. If you know a little about me, you know that I'm a career educator, having spent the first 30 years in K-12 education, and then after retiring, I was hired as a faculty member here in the College of Education. So I call this my encore career. And what a gift the last 9 years have been working here at ISU. I've been able to use my educational preparation, my passion for teaching, my years of experience as a K-12 school and school district administrator and leader to prepare the next generation of educational leaders. And as I work with our graduate students and get to know them, I'm always struck by the important contributions and positive impact that they are having in our schools every day. and with the students that they teach and inspire. I'm energized and I feel hopeful for the future of public education by the potential that I see in our students. Their enthusiasm, their dedication, their willingness to learn and to grow it's exciting to be around. And I love following their careers and accomplishments after they graduate. So I'm getting close to being able to say that I've been an Idaho educator for nearly 4 decades. So that really dates me, right? But as I reflect over my career, I have experienced so much that has changed in our education system. But one thing I can say for sure is that change is a constant, and change requires skillful leadership. And there are some constants in educational leadership that I have endeavored to instill in my students. Things like relationships matter, credibility is earned, collaboration is key in making good decisions, preserving the dignity of every student must be a priority. Recognize and build on the strengths of the people that you see and work with. Be an example, be a mentor to those around you. Never miss an opportunity to give credit where credit is due. And always seek the win-win when problem solving. Maintain respect for differences, champion equity, and never compromise your integrity. And don't ask anyone to do something you would not do yourself. Those are just a few things, bits of wisdom that I have learned over the years. So I need to acknowledge that my career opportunities and experiences were made possible by this very university and the great faculty members who encouraged and supported me as a student and then as a working professional out in the field, which we continue to strive to do at the College of Education to support our working teachers, administrators, those who are doing the incredible work out in our schools. It is truly an honor to be a faculty member in the Bengal community. And I want to thank Dean Jean and the COE, College of Education leadership team for the exceptional work they're doing to advance the mission and vision of our college. Also, a big thanks to my family and friends and so many colleagues, past colleagues, and current faculty members who made the effort to be here tonight to celebrate with me. I want to extend also my congratulations to the other recipients of the Celebrating Excellence tonight and who are being honored. So thank you very much.
The College of Education Young Alumnus Impact Award is presented to an alumnus of the Idaho State University College of Education who has graduated in the last 10 years and has achieved significant accomplishments since degree completion. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Mr. Nathan Lammers as the recipient of this award. Introducing Nathan is Dr. Wendy Ruchty, Associate Professor in the Teaching and Educational Studies Department and Director of our Master in the Arts of Teaching program.
It is really my pleasure to be able to introduce Nathan tonight. I overall feel so very lucky that I get to work with teachers, administrators, coaches, and that I get to see the good work and the hard work that they get to do, that they do for their students every single day. And especially at this time when the teaching profession seems to be under scrutiny, I wish that all people could experience those things that I get to experience and to watch teachers teach and to watch students learn and to see the both the joys and the difficulties that our teachers face. I met Nathan over 10 years ago when he was an undergrad in my science methods class. He also has been, I think at the time, he was also the coordinator for the after-school program in District 25. So, or he grew into that at some point. But I've really loved being able to work and learn from Nathan as I reconnected with the school that he now works with in American Falls and get to work with him. He is currently serving as a STEM teacher and also the STEM lab director at the American Falls Intermediate School. And almost immediately upon graduation from ISU, he earned a master's degree in literacy. His path to his current position has been both formal learning, but also one of really self-directed learning. And I think what's most impressed me with Nathan has been his reflection on his philosophy of teaching and the values that he is really intentional about in his teaching, and he puts that into place for the students that he works with. We've had so many great conversations about what needs to happen and how we can make that happen for kids, that it's really been very energizing for me. He started learning about STEM tools, different tools, early on when he was teaching 4th grade. His science teaching as a 4th grade teacher soon incorporated engineering, 3D design at the center, since he had an extra 3D printer that his principal had acquired. He quite adeptly continued to accumulate tools, one at a time for his classroom through grants and gifts. And he realized that he wanted his students more than anything else to be curious problem solvers. He taught himself how to use these new tools, and he acquired them through any means he could, reaching out to businesses, soliciting funds from grants in the district. In his own classroom, he used science and engineering to teach all subjects, and he started implementing project-based STEM learning. Ultimately, he proposed an incredibly popular STEM class for all students in the intermediate school, which was so successful he was also asked to teach it in the middle school. That's how it goes. We reward you with more work. He also has become the guru of their makerspace right on the campus of the school. He teaches coding. He teaches kids about engineering design at both schools, and he supports both the students and the teachers as the teachers try to learn new tools. And in February of this year, he received the State of Idaho Technology Teacher of the Year Award at the Idaho Education Technology Association Conference. Nathan has also been an integral part of the STEM project-based learning leadership team at the J.R. Simplot Elementary School. And it was this team that led the school to achieving STEM school certification this year. The goal of STEM certification is to provide recognition for schools or programs that provide high-quality, interdisciplinary, multi-grade STEM education, and it's based on very stringent criteria, much like our accreditation that Dr. Gibney Burrell spoke about. Nathan gently pushed and he supported the teachers to engage students to expand their learning and make connection between ideas and concepts across different disciplinary boundaries, as well as within and outside of the school. Earlier this year, I had the pleasure to attend a conference and present with Nathan at the Association for Science Teacher Educators. We are working together on a method of self-assessment for K-12 teachers who are using school-based maker spaces as part of the curriculum in their own classroom. I'm very proud of Nathan. I'm very happy that he is going to accept this award, and it's been a real pleasure to work with you, and I thank you very much, and I thank his family who's also here. I know you guys are very much a big part of his success as well. So, Nathan.
Thank you, Wendy, for that great introduction. I am humbled and honored to receive this award, and I want to express gratitude to the College of Education and to all the people who have supported and encouraged me. So I teach at J.R. Simplot Elementary in American Falls, and as Wendy said, about 4 years ago, I transitioned from being a general education fourth grade teacher to being the school STEM teacher with focus on engineering design and maker education. In this position, I teach all of the students in the school, which is something that I really enjoy. And I was really proud to be part of our school's STEM certification, which was really a team effort between everybody in our school and Wendy as well and our administrators. I really believe that the skills that we focus on at our school, which is specifically the ability to approach any problem or challenge with a problem-solving mindset and skill set and perseverance, is increasingly vital in our world. And I want to thank my family and my friends and my colleagues for their support, encouragement, and trust. Dr. Ruchte and my principal, Chris Torgerson, have been unmatched mentors to me for a long time. From my perspective, Dr. Ruchte has so many people she can choose to work alongside, and I feel grateful to be one of those people. My principal, Chris, is retiring this year, and I can only say there's no administrator that I'd rather work with. And these are the type of people that you want to surround yourself with. Every time I think that I've got things figured out, they surprise me and teach me an even better way of doing things. So thank you for your support and your trust. I want to thank my family, my dad and mom for being my first teachers, and my wife Sierra and my kids for everything they do for me. And finally, I want to thank and dedicate the award to my students, who I really enjoy being with and spending each day with them. And thank you once again.
When I was practicing the script earlier today, it was Nathan that got the doctorate degree, which is just an expectation we have of you to come back and get it. But this is the one where I gave it away last year, so be ready. The College of Education Alumni Teaching Excellence Award is presented to an alumnus of Idaho State University College of Education in recognition of the outstanding achievement and contribution through their teaching. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Ms. Cynthia Lund as the recipient of this award. Cynthia was nominated by Dr. Corey Bennett, professor and chair of our Teaching and Educational Studies Department. Corey was unable to attend our event this evening. He is in Ireland, presenting at a conference with a current student, the one I gave the doctorate to last year. Introducing Cynthia on behalf of Corey is Mr. A.J. Watson, Director of Elementary Education for the public Pocatello-Chubbuck School District 25.
I am honored to present or to introduce Cindy on behalf of Dr. Corey Bennett. I know he is disappointed that he was not able to be here this evening. The ISU College of Education graduates many outstanding and fabulous teachers, perhaps more than we can count, and many are doing amazing and wonderful things. With that said, tonight's about recognizing one of these outstanding teachers, Mrs. Cynthia Lund. This recognition is important for several reasons, and none of them are really about what a professor in the College of Education thinks is important or statistically significant. This recognition is important because it comes from Cynthia's peers, the teachers she works with side by side every day within her building, and from teachers across the district who work with her in many other curricular, extracurricular, and leadership initiatives. It comes from school and district leaders who understand excellence abounds in our schools, but also recognize there is something particularly special and effective about Cynthia. This recognition comes from feedback from the families she serves, and most importantly, the students' lives she impacts, because she is their teacher. Tonight, we are celebrating Cynthia Lund. We are celebrating her excellence. So let me share with you a little bit about Cynthia Lund, fourth grade teacher at Chubbuck Elementary School. I first had Cynthia as an undergraduate student many years ago. Immediately, I was impressed with her. She possessed an understanding about teaching and learning that few have, even many years into their career. She was insightful, she was passionate, she was driven, and she never settled for second best. But she also laughed along the way and found immense joy in the art of teaching. Over the years, I continued to work with Cynthia in many different capacities, sometimes asking her for help and insight on how to think about things, sometimes watching her with her students to understand how our particular teaching strategy might play out, and sometimes seeking her advice. Regardless of the reason why, it was because I knew I could get honest feedback. I knew I would get insight and I would learn for myself what she did and how she thinks about things. But what I think about things isn't really that important here. What is important is what these other people had to say about her. I would like to take just a few moments to talk about Cynthia Lund from the perspective, the eyes, and the opportunities that others have seen. And let me be clear, everyone, and I mean everyone I asked, formally or informally, hey, you know Cynthia Lund at Chubbuck Elementary? What do you think about her? Raved about her. When I reached out to her colleagues across the district and asked for some comments and thoughts about Cynthia, the response was often something like, wow, where do I even begin? Many of them talked about her love of teaching and how it was, and I quote, electrifying. One individual reflected on her passion and dedication to support all students. Cynthia has the innate ability to take some of the most challenging learners and help them become more confident, become more self-aware, and more self-assured in what they're doing. One former principal, which some of you might know, pointed out how teachers can eventually get to a place where they differentiate instruction. But what he found most impressive was how she could differentiate learning, and how difficult it is to see that happen, particularly with some of the most challenging students. When I had the opportunity to hear from parents, the message of her influence was evident. They talked about how thankful they were to have their son or daughter in Mrs. Lund's class and discussed the different activities that she would regularly put on for their kids. They shared how she would be there to help them after school and during recess, how she would spearhead different events to support learning within the school. For example, singing songs to promote positive testing strategies. I really think she could have made it big as a rock band, or making motivational videos. Remember smashing the keyboard? Don't worry, it was already beyond repair. She could be found participating in staff collaboration or helping put together professional learning training for teachers. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I only have 24 hours in a day, and it seems as though Cynthia may have found a way to get more than that out of each and every day. Tonight we are here to celebrate excellence, and Mrs. Cynthia Lund is nothing short of excellent. Not simply because she's an absolutely amazing teacher, not simply because she pushes her children to think and develop their own thoughts in rigorous academic ways, and not because other people say that she's fabulous. We are celebrating her excellence because everyone we speak with also talks about it. So without further ado, please help me in welcoming on the stage Cynthia Lund.
I'm going to start by saying, Corey, I hope you're out there and watching, and I will find you. Thank you so much for honoring me today. I feel very humbled and undeserving of this award. If I could change this, I would say that it is being fortunate in teaching rather than excellent. I grew up in a household where education was incredibly important. I was very blessed with a grandmother who was one of the most exceptional educators that you would ever meet. And I grew up seeing her passion, her dedication to her students, seeing her worried during spring break, wondering if her kids would have food or wondering if they were being taken care of at home. And that rubbed off on me very quickly. I was fortunate because I am a product of School District 25, who I think is one of the best districts there are. The teachers in my district and the administrators and the office staffs and the paraprofessionals and the support staff in our district is exceptional. They come to school each day with a passion for kids and wanting to make sure that they understand that education can save and change lives. Further, I was educated in this institution by excellent, excellent educators such as Patty Mortensen, who is one of my most favorite professors, who would take care of me every time I doubted myself and told me that I could do this, and saw my passion and saw what I wanted to be as an educator. And as upset as I am with Corey, he too was such a phenomenal influence in my life. When I was frustrated and wanting to give up, he'd call, he'd show up, I'd talk to him, and he would say, "You can do this. You are in the right place." I have the most exceptional colleagues. Thank you for being here to support me today and every day. I'm just lucky enough to really ride their coattails, if I'm being honest. So thank you so much for honoring me today. Oh, before I forget, my family. My husband, oh, the poor guy. I have him off on 10,000 errands today, and he could not be with me today. But without him telling me, "Cynthia, it's 12 o'clock. Go to bed. They'll be there tomorrow. It's fine." And my son, who is now a fourth grader, the grade level in which I teach, who every day says, "Mom, what are we going to learn tomorrow? Mom, what's your class doing today? My class is doing this." So to see his passion as a student, and honestly, most importantly, my kids. They're not my students. They're my kids. I have it on my wall, and it says, "Once you're a Mrs. Lund kid, you're always a Mrs. Lund kid." And that is something that is so important to who I am as an educator. And it was through my family, my own education experience, both K-12 and ISU, that helped me develop that passion. So thank you.
The College of Education Alumni Leadership Excellence Award is presented to an alumnus of Idaho State University College of Education with at least 5 years of professional experience who has demonstrated exceptional leadership in their respective field. This year, I am honored and excited to introduce Mr. Cody Craner as the recipient of this award. Cody was nominated by Dr. Carolyn Fari, otherwise known as Smitty, professor and chair of our Human Performance and Sports Study Department. Smitty is unable to attend this evening because she is organizing our Bengal Triathlon. Introducing Cody on Smitty's behalf is Dr. Elaine Foster, assistant professor in our Human Performance and Sports Study Department.
Smitty's getting out of a lot tonight. She owes me. I'm just kidding. I'm actually very honored to be able to introduce Cody today. Cody is a native of Chubbuck, Idaho, and he earned his bachelor's degree and his master's degree from our department, the Sports Science and Physical Education department. I was lucky enough to be in the graduate department with Cody when he got his degree. We were graduate assistants together. Didn't get into any trouble at all. We were actually, we met each other very early in the morning, it seemed like. We were always the first ones there, studying very hard. And he was a very supportive coworker, classmate. I could always rely on him to help study and different things like that. So he was a wonderful person to be able to be in graduate school with. During his time doing his education at ISU, he worked for the men's basketball team, where he applied his academic learning in his sport management program, athletic administration, to this real-world situation with the men's basketball, and gained a lot of skills that helped propel him forward in his career in the sports field. Following his time at ISU, he got a very cool internship with BYU in their compliance department and decided, hey, why not? Why don't I go to law school at the same time? So he got into their law school and earned his Juris Doctorate degree there, and it really excelled within that field. I still can't understand why anyone would want to work in compliance, but Cody's really good at it, so I'm glad we have people like him doing that. After he left BYU, he worked as an assistant athletic director for compliance again at Southern New Hampshire University, and then spent some time at the University of Denver in their athlete support services. And now currently he serves as the Associate Commissioner for Governance and Compliance for the Summit League. That's actually a really big deal if you know athletics at all. It's like being the commissioner for the Big Sky Conference or something like that. So the Summit League is an NCAA Division I conference like we are, with membership primarily located in the Midwest, so it ranges from Illinois to the Dakotas. He told me that he essentially works as a mediator between the NCAA and all the schools within his league, which that's a really simple description for a very complex job and very important job that he does. So his ascent into this very high senior leadership role is really nothing short of remarkable. Last year he was a guest lecturer in one of my classes, and so he continues to give back to our students and share his experiences with them to help them understand what it's like to work in college athletics, and just very invaluable information that he was able to share. Craner and his wife Kylie, they reside in Brandon, South Dakota, with their children Lucy, Callum, Benson, and Hollis. Unfortunately, due to busy work life and family life, Cody was unable to join us in person tonight, but I hope he can feel our Bengal pride for the amazing accomplishments of one of the College of Education's greatest graduates. So congratulations, Cody.
The College of Education Partner Award is presented in recognition of an individual who has demonstrated exceptional service to Idaho State University. Service may include support of activities in volunteered service through participation in college committees or fundraising. This year, we are honored and excited to introduce Ms. Brenda Miner as the recipient of this award. Introducing Ms. Brenda Miner is Dr. Emma Wood, Assistant Dean of Educator Preparation.
Thank you. Brenda has been a fantastic partner with the College of Education on innovative pathways to teacher certification. She is an ISU alumnus who studied elementary education and obtained both her bachelor's and master's degrees from the College of Education here at ISU. She has served diligently as a teacher at Tendoy Elementary, a principal at Wilcox Elementary, and now she currently serves in the Pocatello-Chubbuck School District as the Director of Human Resources. Her excellence has been recognized by her colleagues in the district as well. She was the March Employee of the Month for their Positively Influencing Educational Success Award, also known as PIES. Brenda's support of our ISU teacher education programs over the years has been consistent and unwavering. She has been a phenomenal partner in our new paraprofessional to certified teacher program, which is currently changing the lives, as you know, of over 35 current paraprofessionals as they work to earn both their bachelor's degree and teacher certification. I join with her colleagues who said in her previous awards that Brenda is that person we can all depend on to bring us together, to push us to be better, and to always make time for each one of us. So it is with great appreciation
that I present Brenda Miner with the 2023 Bengal Partner Award from the College of Education.
Right before I came up here, I leaned over to my husband and I said, wow, I am not worthy. What are they going to say about me? It doesn't compare. So congratulations to all the recipients. And, you know, especially when, you know, I work in the same district with Cynthia and Patty I had as a wonderful boss. And I just can't thank them enough. And it's nice to see so many faces out here and colleagues that I work with. So I'm going to try and keep to the script because if you know me, I love to talk. And Avi told me you have 1 to 3 minutes. And so I thought I'd better at least write some of it down. So if you know me, you know how important this is and how special it is to have an award from ISU. I am one of the biggest fans. I see people nodding their head. The other day, AJ came in my office and I had orange and black tennis shoes on, an ISU shirt. My coffee mug was ISU, and he's like, oh man, that's a lot. So I really try and impress that on Bengal Wednesday and all of those things. So it just means the world to me to be able to be here. So I came here when I was 18. I'm not going to give you a life sketch because that was over 35 years ago that I was able to be here. I moved into Turner Hall, and somehow I got put on the quiet floor. And if you know me, oh, what a mistake, but that's a whole nother story. But I just don't feel like that I have ever left. ISU has been an integral part of my life and my education and my overall experience in Pocatello. For me to be on the ground floor of the PAC program, giving paraprofessionals in School District 25 the opportunity to become a teacher is truly one of my most prized professional accomplishments. Last fall, we spoke to a group of candidates, and they shared some of their reasons why they were so thankful for this program. And some of those things talked about financial, how that helped them financially, or how they were able to achieve a personal goal that maybe they hadn't thought was possible for them. And I just thought how interesting that was, because 30 years ago, when I started here at ISU, I too had a huge financial need and the hope to be better. So that's still the same. My scholarship here at ISU, I think I looked it up, and my semester tuition was $543. And so how helpful that was, and then also just that ability to be the first person in my family to go to college. So when I look at this program, I think it is such a pay-it-forward opportunity. So first of all, I want to thank my family. I laugh because I actually got to meet my husband through my 30-plus years in education. My dear friends and my colleagues, I see leaders out here like you wouldn't believe, and I'm just so impressed, and my colleagues feel like family. So thank you. I always take this as one of the things that we talk about in School District 25 is relationships. And I see Cynthia nodding her head. You know, it is just so critical, because in a world like we live in today, there's nothing better than to be able to know that you can go next door, downstairs, across the hall, and always have somebody that's there for you. So I've just been super blessed. So, but this is where I'm going to go off script a little bit. It comes down to the College of Education. If there was an award for them, it should happen. This para program would not have happened without all of the people in the College of Ed. They are the most amazing example of change. I mean, I truly came to Dean Jean in February a year ago, and there were kids in this classroom by August. That was not easy for all the professors who had to look at how they had to change the way that they had these students in their classes, the way that, I mean, like the dean said, some of them haven't been in school in 30 years. And my most vivid memory that makes me know that it's powerful to be a teacher is when you have every professor from the College of Education, and I'd say at least 12 people from the College of Admissions, and I looked over and I think of a size of the school that Idaho State is, and to see the dean of that college on one knee in front of this student, and the head of admissions on the other knee in front of the student, trying to help her register for classes. You're not going to find that anywhere else. And so we are so blessed, and I'm so blessed, so thank you.
Our final award this evening is the Peter C. Cole and William H. McGuffey Prize for Excellence in Educational Research. This is the most prestigious award that is bestowed upon the College of Education, specifically for doctoral students. This year, Dr. Mark Browning was selected as the 2023 Cole-McGuffey Award recipient. Introducing Dr. Mark Browning is Dr. Esther Natuli, Associate Dean of the College of Education.
My background is in early childhood education. So as an early childhood educator, as I was sitting down there, I thought about the years that I spent teaching my kids to wander. And I wondered, why do we have to give the Cole-McGuffey Prize last? Then the young child in me said, so that he doesn't run away with the money, because some of us want to follow him. Then the teacher in me said, no, so that at least we can leave this place talking about impact. What impact are you going to make as a teacher? What impact are you making in the society? So I will take the first one. On behalf of the College of Education, I want to thank Peter Cole for providing the 10,000 prize for this award. Some of you are wondering, who is Dr. Mark Browning? Mark is a two-time ISU alumnus, originally from Stevensville, Montana. He earned his bachelor's degree in mass communications from ISU in 2008, a master's degree in public administration from the University of Idaho in 2012, and a doctorate in education from ISU in 2022. Mark's career has spanned private industry, spending nearly a quarter of a century in broadcasting and journalism. In 2007, he entered into the world of education, serving first as the Chief Legislative and Communications Officer for the Idaho State Board of Education, then the Vice President for Communications and Government Relations at North Idaho College in Cortland in 2012. He later held a similar role at the College of Western Idaho. In 2021, he was chosen to be the 8th president of Blue Mountain Community College in Pendleton, Oregon, where he oversees an institution that provides education in a service area of more than 16,500 square miles. When I read this myself, processing it, I was like, I'm proud of our college, and I'm proud of ISU for graduating a president. I asked, I think Tabitha or Obi, and Obi said this should be the second one. So I'm really proud of our college and what we are doing in this faculty and staff that we have. Mark's current research focuses on the student experience in dual credit programs. A little bit about his family. I know today he's surrounded by his family. Mark and his wife, Kim, are now empty nesters of 3 sons, all of whom live in the Northwest. I really want to take this time to thank Kim. Let us clap hands for her. I wanted mine to be heard the last. As a mother, having someone going through a dissertation in the house, sometimes will be forgotten. You almost had Cynthia forgetting the husband in this room. So thank you so much for what you have done, the support during this journey. They have 3 grandchildren. When they are not chasing after their grandkids, They enjoy camping, fly fishing, and exploring new areas through travel. They also have 3 sons who live in the Northwest. Before I welcome Mark to the stage, I would like to acknowledge the dissertation chairs and committee members. Dissertation title is The Impact of Dual Credit on Idaho Students Through the Advanced Opportunities Act of 2016, a qualitative study. Dissertation co-chairs, Dr. Rick Wagner, Dr. Sue Keter, they were not able to be here today. Committee members, the Honorable retired Dr. McNeil, Dr. Bernice Sanchez, Dr. Laura Aloha Young. Help me to congratulate and welcome Dr. Browning.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight and for sticking it through to this point. I am also quite cognizant that I am standing between you and dinner or happy hour or both, so we'll keep our thoughts succinct. I have many people to thank, and I want to start with the people at this table over there, starting with my mother, Julie. I made a promise to her years ago that I would get a college degree and then spent about 22, 23 years dumbing around, not going to college. It was at a point in a career that I very much enjoyed that my lovely wife said to me, "What are you going to do when this is over?" And I worked as a broadcast journalist. I remember interviewing you, Patty, years ago, and you were very kind to me. And we talked about what the options were, but it all started with getting an education. I enrolled here at Idaho State University in the fall of 2001, and just as my education was getting started, it nearly finished. You remember an event on September the 11th of 2001. And as someone who had not been in a classroom for 23 years, and quite frankly, who spent little time in the classroom his last 2 years in high school, I was ill-prepared for the rigors of higher education. I went to drop out. And Joanne Trimmer, the registrar, said to me, "You have to go get your instructor's permission." And I started with a remedial math class I had, Math 025. Math for boneheads, that was me. And there was an adjunct professor there by the name of Don Nelson. He was a retired Navy officer. And Don looked me in the eye and said, "No." And he turned around and walked off. I'm like, "What do you mean, no?" I said, "I missed a week of class. I'm swamped at work." I said, "I'll just pick it up." And he said, "No, you won't. We're going to pick it up right now. You come back at this time, and we'll work through it together." He said, "Now get your butt to work and come back here tomorrow." If it had not been for that kind of committed faculty member, I would not be here. We completed an undergrad together. We went on a journey. I had dear friends and a dear mentor in Dr. Mark Neal, who made a trip to Coeur d'Alene under the guise that we were going to take him out for a boat ride and maybe a sandwich and, make it worth his trip. And his intent the entire time was to get a number of us interested in the doctoral program, which I had no interest in. I took the initial class and quite honestly was nearly thrown out, as I probably should have been. I was a little disruptive. I took 3 years off to think about my behavior and then re-enrolled in 2017, and here I am. The topic of the research that was mentioned, the genesis sits at this table, our 3 sons. All 3 have been exceptional students and have learned to not repeat the path of their father by delaying their education. Do it when it can serve you longer in life. All 3 took dual credit in high school and had varying experiences. I had a niece who earned her associate's degree through this fine institution before she graduated high school, all of which led to some curiosity as to how are these students doing it, why are they doing it, and are they completing and going on to do things? And that led me to the topic of the research. What I really enjoyed about it was the why. Talking to students. I was able to interview students and ask the question why, that you just don't get in a quantitative study. You don't get to ask why. I got to ask why. And it was because of the great training that I had through a career of asking that question, why, and great training I had from faculty here at Idaho State University. I am grateful to be in this fine facility. This is a beautiful, beautiful facility as a result of community people valuing education and the arts and coming together to find a way to build this facility 20-some years ago. I remember as an undergrad laying in the middle of the floor with a project with a photography class and shooting up because I loved the way the light hit in the beams. I got a B+ on that project. Thank you to Idaho State. Thank you, Dean Jean. I do hope we get to hear from you tonight singing. Thank you to all of you for being here. It's good to have friends that I've had for many years. This has been an El Fuego night, hasn't it, my friend? Thank you to my family, to my bride, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you all, and roar, Bengals, roar. Thank you.
I think we have 7 minutes left for you to try out your karaoke. Did you hear that in my voice? Okay, so we're really almost done, and yay for us for not going over like we did last year. Thank you, everybody, for joining us to recognize and celebrate all the outstanding individuals who've been honored with our biggest awards this evening. Let's give them one last round of applause, please. And Brenda, my mascara looked good before you spoke. Every time you speak, you do that to me. Don't do that to me. I also wanted to acknowledge the friends, the family, and colleagues of the award winners who are with us today. Would you please stand and be recognized? All of the friends and family of the award winners, you know who you are. Stay standing. Today is also a celebration of you and your support for our award winners. As we all know, it takes a strong foundation of support, encouragement, and cooperation for any of us to be successful. So thank you for all of you for playing that role. And with that, we're really almost done. Just a couple of logistics. First, we invite each award winner to take home a centerpiece. And if there's no award winner at your table, you can arm wrestle, duke it out in any way, but we would love you to take home those centerpieces. We would also love to have all of the award winners up for one group photo so that we can memorialize this night in our magazine and social media. And I think with that, we are officially done. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate each and every one of you and the important role you play in the work that we do. Thank you. I think there's still food and drinks for the next little while, so feel free to hang around and mingle. But award winners, come on up.